Politicians are only for their gain. Wagwan kings and queens all over Africa, all over the world, by the way. I am the Kenyan Beast. I'm back again. I've been out for long, but I'm here. And I've come back with my brother. We are here again to talk about Africa, talk about black people, talk about what's popping around the world in the area of Pan-Africanist and everything. Now, welcome back. By the way, in today's video, we are going to talk about what's happening in Kenya, what's happening in 254. Okay. There is this issue of impeachment going on. They wanna impeach the deputy president of Kenya, who is Gachagua. And this plan is being forced or is being pushed by the president himself because he's very quiet.
Yeah, sure.
That meaning when he's quiet, that means that he is behind it.
Silence means yes.
Yeah, silence means he's supporting.
Yeah.
And there have been public participation and Gen Zs have been out. People have been out talking about it, and they are saying if the deputy president is going, then let them go, all of them.
Yeah, sure.
They are accusing the deputy president of Kenya about corruption. I believe president is in the top list of corrupt people.
Yeah.
They're accusing him of things that the president has done it times 3, times 2.
Yeah, sure.
I said, let's talk about it. Let's discuss about it because it's something that's going on and it's something that is affecting Kenyans and it's something that is affecting a lot of African countries. You know, for example, every country in Africa, they have these politics games. They're playing politics left, right, center. And instead of using that time to help a citizen, you know, instead of using that time to help people who voted for them in power, they are out there playing politics all day, all the time.
Yeah.
Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Introduce yourself.
Levimate TV as always. I'm here, been out for a while, but I've come back. I want to feed you guys. I want to talk to you guys, and I'm here because of the beast. It keeps me on toes all the time.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you supporting the impeachment of deputy president of Kenya? Or what's your take on this? Because a lot is being said, and everyone has his own or her own stance.
Okay, a lot is happening. Really, and the country is in a very bad state right now. A lot of people are asking themselves questions: why Mr. Deputy President? Why not the president? Why is it that the president is quiet?
Yeah.
And maybe what I can say about my view, maybe my perspective on this issue. Impeaching the deputy president is not bad. We are not saying he shouldn't be impeached. What we are asking, and according to me, what I would say is that when the president was creating the government, there were 2 people. Okay?
It's a marriage.
Yeah, it was a marriage between 2 people. So it was a marriage between William Ruto and the deputy president Rigathi Gachagua. They were the 2 people who entered into marriage and marriage rules. They decided to come together and live together in the same house. Okay? So when one person is being asked by the family to get out of the marriage, and another person is quiet, he should be speaking at least, because we need to understand why are you quiet when your partner is being asked out of the office.
You're trying to say William Ruto is the husband here.
Yeah, William Ruto is
Gachagua
the husband
is the wife.
because William Ruto went looking for Mr. Deputy President.
Yeah.
Okay? And then he brought him and he told everybody, this is the person I'm going to work with, and this is the person that I'm going to enter into office with. Okay? And so when we voted for them, we didn't vote for Ruto. We voted for Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua.
Even I believe some people voted because of Gachagua.
Yeah, and that is very true because I believe also when William Ruto was going to actually, when he picked deputy president, he picked deputy president because he wanted to win votes of a certain place. And it happened exactly because you'll realize that Central gave Mr. Deputy President a lot of votes. Okay? Almost 90% of their votes he actually extracted them.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, if there is a problem with the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, there is also a problem with
With
Mr.
the president.
Because they are living in the same house, they are making rules together. Okay, any decision they want to make, they make together, because these are president and his deputy.
Why do you think this marriage, even it's barely 2 years? I think, yeah, it's 2 years with some days, and the marriage is not holding anymore.
You see,
they're accusing Gachagua of being tribals, you know, talking about the mountainside.
Yeah.
What do you think is the problem? Because you remember the last government when Uhuru Kenyatta had this marriage with William Ruto. They went for the whole term, 5 years, and they went for another term. And the second term is where they decided they started parting ways. And Uhuru was accusing Ruto of being, you know, corruption here and there. Like, you have a car, when you're driving, somebody, your conductor has removed seats. Oh, you are looking back, there's no boot.
You see, the problem...
So, what do you think is the main problem why Gachagua is being moved out of this seat?
Let me tell you something. We have a problem with our politicians. Not only in Kenya, but maybe let me say, for example, in Africa, like generally,
black politics.
Yeah, black politics.
Yeah,
black politics has a certain caliber where we talk about when someone is trying to access office, maybe when someone is accessing office, like I can choose you for a running mate. You be my running mate, okay? But we are not going. We're not actually going on the throne to serve people. We are going there with our selfish gains.
Yeah.
Let's take, for example, Mr. President. His intentions was not to pick Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua.
Yeah. Okay. I think this was like forced marriage.
Yeah, it was a forced marriage.
Because there's someone called Kindiki.
He wanted to go for Kindiki. Okay, and then because Deputy President wasn't chosen because he was the favorite person to be chosen. Okay? He was chosen because of the things he had actually, maybe let me say, he had contributed a lot to the party.
Yeah.
That is why he was chosen. Okay? He was chosen.
And maybe because sometimes adding there is because maybe Kindiki will not bring a lot of votes from mountainside.
From the mountains.
So Gachagua was the best candidate to bring a lot of votes.
Mr. President, let's say Mr. President used the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, to enter into office, to the office.
Yeah.
But Rigathi Gachagua was not his favorite person. Maybe would rather say his favorite running mate.
Yeah.
Okay? And so, the problem here cannot be Deputy President is tribal, okay? Because when we're talking about tribalism, how many politicians here in Kenya have you seen being tribal?
When you're talking about tribalism, how many Kalenjins has Ruto put somewhere as
in the
CEOs?
Office?
Yeah,
okay. Because when we have to talk about, okay, let's say we're talking about tribalism. Go and try and start accessing, like, for example, the William Ruto government, with William Ruto's government. A lot of Kalenjins are in the office.
Yeah.
A lot of them. So if we have to talk about tribalism, then Ruto is tribal.
If you have to talk about corruption,
then
this is the master of corruption.
Yeah, Ruto is the master of corruption. Okay? Because if the president is not corrupt, definitely the deputy president will not be corrupt. Do you know why? Because president is his boss, is the boss to the deputy president. So most likely he will do what the president wants him to do, because the president is on the watch all the times, and he would say this is wrong, this is wrong.
Now it's being said the deputy president of Kenya has accumulated around 2 billion Kenyan shillings in a corrupt way. Where was the president? In 2 years, 2 billion. Where was the president?
There's something we're not getting here. Let me ask you a very simple question. Are you telling me that William Ruto hasn't done any corruption? Like, he has not been
is the master of corruption.
He's the master of corruption. So if we're talking about Rigathi Gachagua having accumulated 2 billion within 2 years, and we are forgetting, we have been like, we have had the issue of Gen Z recently. And the reason as to why Gen Z went on the road for demonstrations, it was because of president. Not because of the deputy president. It was because of the president. Okay? Everywhere on the road,
Ruto must go.
Ruto must go. Did you ever heard anywhere people saying that Rigathi must go?
No.
They kept singing all the times, every day, Ruto must go. Okay? Because the problem was Ruto. Now the Gen Z are quiet now, and then the MPs, and these are the MPs these are just people who are bought. They have been given money. They've been actually they are asked to do. It's not fair. It's not fair. If we are impeaching deputy president,
so
let
as
them
a
go
Gen
home.
Z, as a General Z,
Yeah.
as a person who you are in the front line saying Ruto must go,
Yeah.
and we have had issues of Adani. The airport is going,
Yeah.
and they are selling the airport.
Yeah.
There's an issue about increasing the term limit of a president to 7 years. Do you think it was like diverting attention from this corruption issue of Adani and bringing this issue of Rigiji so that to divert the attention of people?
Let me tell you, bro. Kenya is falling in a big way and in a huge way, because we cannot be focusing on impeaching the deputy president over silly issues. These are silly issues. Rigathi Gachagua is not the first politician to be corrupt in this country.
Yeah.
We have had a lot of politicians that have been found in corruption in this country. A lot of them. Okay?
Yeah.
Even the ministers that are serving in Ruto's government today, a lot of them, they are corrupt. Almost all of them, they are corrupt. I'm telling you the truth. So if we are impeaching Rigathi Gachagua, why don't we start with the cabinet secretaries? Why don't we begin with the cabinet secretaries? We start by impeaching them first, and then we get to Rigathi Gachagua. If we are impeaching people because of corruption, this is something that has been planned. Someone is behind this. Someone just wants to take Rigathi Gachagua home, but they could choose other leaders maybe, or maybe serve with other leaders over their selfish gains.
Their selfish gains.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of things to focus on. We should be focusing on like Kenyans are complaining over a lot of things. Like what you've just said.
Yeah.
The issues to do with Adani and the airport.
Yeah.
Okay? The president should be focusing on those things. These MPs who are gathering to impeach Mr. Deputy President.
Even in
they should be talking about the
building roads.
Yeah.
Creating jobs.
There are many other things.
Hospitals, schools.
There are many other things they can do. Okay? Many other things they can do. Instead of, they are wasting time doing the working on the impeachment no, they are wasting time.
So as a Gen Z, what's your take? Tell me some last things.
Listen.
Yeah.
Our government should stop. Like we are not. I don't know what to say, but our government is a government I've never seen before in this country. We have a government that it's a very different government, a government that is irresponsible, a government that is leading people the way they want to lead people. They're not leading people in the right way. They're just leading people. They think we are just animals. They're leading us as like animals. Okay? Listen, the issues that have been raised, the issues that have been brought on the table, on the like the reasons that have been brought on the table for the impeachment of Mr. Deputy President, they are very silly issues. Deputy President is not the first person, the first politician to be corrupt in this country.
Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
That is number one. Number two, Deputy President is not the first person to be tribaled in this country.
Yeah.
We have had many politicians who have been implementing or who have been showing tribalism all over.
Yeah.
We have not talked about them. Not even the cabinet secretaries. A lot of people who are in the government, even the president himself. Okay? We have seen him doing tribalism many times. Okay?
Yeah.
So, these issues of dividing people, Deputy President is not the first person. Okay? Let me say this. If at all we have to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, let us impeach even Mr. President.
Even the president.
Because the president came on, he showed us Rigathi Gachagua. We didn't know about Rigathi Gachagua. Okay? Rigathi Gachagua has come from nowhere. They became the deputy president. He was brought to us by the president.
Yeah.
Why is it that the president is quiet when the MPs want to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, and then the Mr. President he's taking us for like for granted. He thinks we don't know he's up to something.
Yeah.
Because he's quiet. He should be talking. At least we would say, Mr. President is maybe defending his deputy president. Okay? But if there is a mistake with the deputy president, even the president has a mistake. Okay?
Yeah.
So if they are going home, they should go home together. Or we leave alone the issues, the things of impeachment.
We deal with the issues
we deal
of
with
common
we have very many other serious issues we're supposed to be dealing with as a country.
Yeah.
Our country is in a bad state. Our country is not working on well. Our country is falling. Our country, people are messing up our country. And the president should be focusing on making things right, not on impeachments.
You heard that?
Even the MPs. This country it has been held by the MPs. The MPs are actually holding the country.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
The MPs can do anything. If they want to impeach the president, they can do that. So these MPs, we actually elected them to stand and to defend the country. Okay?
Yeah.
What they should be doing now, they should be addressing the issues of Adani. They should be addressing the issues of common mwananchi. They should be addressing the many other issues, doing maybe developing the country and doing the things they say they're gonna do. Right now, they've forgotten the work we sent them to office to do. They are now focusing on the work of impeaching Mr. Deputy President. What is that?
For what is that? Now, you've heard it from Levimet. Now, let me talk to you. This one is going for the to the youths of Africa.
Yeah.
Black politician is bad. The situation of what's going on in Kenya, it's a situation that is all over Africa.
Yes.
Every country in Africa, be it Ghana, be it South Africa, be it Nigeria, be it Zimbabwe, be it Tanzania, it's going through the same thing. Politicians are putting their self-gain, putting their self in front. Now, for example, here in Kenya, the issue of common citizen is now over. Now, everyone is focusing on the impeachment of deputy president, of which these 2 years that the president has been in power, there's nothing he has done to the people. These 2 years that the president has been in Kenya, in power, we don't have anything that he said he will do for the people of Kenya that he has done. Now they are focusing on Rigathi Gachagua, and these MPs who want Rigathi Gachagua to go out, in their constitutions, they have done nothing. By the way, they have done nothing in their constitution.
They're not even working.
They are not even working. Now, I'm trying to say this as the youth of Africa, we are not supposed to be used like this situation of Kenya right now. We have to learn something of it. If you are watching this video from Senegal, from South Africa, my friends from South Africa, from Ghana, Nigeria, this situation of what's going on in Kenya, it's something that it's something that we need to take it's an example. Politicians are only for their gain now.
Exactly.
That's why we want youths to go in power. That's why we want us as the youths to focus. Like right now they are telling us to go in public participation so that we impeach the deputy president. But they cannot tell us to go into public participation so as to tell them which road we want, which thing do we want as the people of 254.
And let me tell you something. Recently, Mr. President dissolved the cabinet.
Yeah.
And then we told him, before you elect other people, conduct a public participation. Okay? Conduct what?
Public
participation.
He never did that.
He did do that.
He never did that.
But they are now conducting a public participation to impeach deputy president.
Now, you heard that. I'm not gonna go into talk more because Levimed has said it all.
Yeah.
And I think we'll meet on the comment section. Tell me, what do you think?
Yeah.
Is it the issue of the driver and the conductor to go, all of them, or do you want the deputy president to go alone, or is it deputy president or the president, all of them to go? But for me, I'm gonna tell you that the president is the puppet. You all know that. He's the puppet, and the deputy president, he's junior. So they are doing everything they are doing. They're together, like diabs. Do you know diaps?
That's huge.
So if they are going, if one is going, let them go, all of them. That's my take.
And you know something?
It's not the take of the viewers of Kenyan Beast. Yeah. That's my take.
Yeah, sure. And you know something? The you know when this government has been well. And there was a time even Mr. President, let us try to tell these people what is happening. There was a time when the president said the MPs should respect the deputy president. Do you remember that time?
Yeah, I remember that time.
They said when the president actually asks you to deputy president asks you to do something, you need to do it because he's the second in command. There are people who are quiet. Okay, even the president himself is quiet. Let me tell you something, and let me speak to the people of Kenya.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Do you know why now it is happening? Right, it is happening that way now.
Yeah.
Because now you see, another election is coming very soon.
Yeah.
And Mr. Ruto knows he has really disappointed the people of Kenya. Do you know that?
Yeah.
He has disappointed us, and he knows it is going to be very difficult for him to come back to office. Okay, and so whatever is happening is not something that maybe it's a coincidence. It is something that is planned. Are you getting my point? It is something that is planned. And the reason as to why he is quiet, it's because he knows what is happening. He would be a good person. He would come over and defend his man. Because Rigathi Gachagua was a project of Mr. Ruto. Okay?
Yeah.
See, Ruto walked all over the country.
Yeah.
Campaigning for Mr. President. And Mr. President went into office. So why is he quiet today? When you've spoken about selfish gains, you know what is happening? This guy is like trying to find ways to come back to office.
Yeah.
Come 2027. Okay?
Yeah.
And so it is very bad. And he's giving us another reason. I don't love Rigathi. Do you?
No.
Like, personally, I don't love him. I would not say I'm a fan of Rigathi.
I don't love the government.
I don't also love the government, okay? But it is not fair to the deputy president. It is not fair. If they have to go home, let them go home, all of them, because this was a project of them as two, okay?
Yeah.
And other people. Because a very good question, a very good response. We have the MPs from Kenya Kwanza regime who are also against Rigathi Gachagua.
Yeah.
Tell me what's that? So the people of Kenya need to open their eyes and see what is happening. Okay?
Yeah.
If they have to go home, let them go home. All of them. What is happening in Kenya is a game, and it's something that is disappointing. The government is disappointing everybody.
Tell us on the comment section, what do you think? Of course, let's have public discussion about this issue of Rigathi Gachagua. This issue of it's black politics. Happening it in Caribbean, happening it everywhere in Africa. So until next time, until next episode, I am the Kenyan Beast. Of course, don't forget to subscribe, and you can join the membership. You know what to do. Peace be with you. Stop it.